roles with state control. From the Virginia Talk Radio Network, I'm Bill Trefero.
Good morning.
Time to get ready for your day with the morning warm-up with Trey Lyle. Join us live on VTRN Sports 93.3 FM or the VTRN Sports app. Open VTRN Sports on your smart speaker or stream live on YouTube. Time to get ready for your day with the morning warm-up with Trey Lyle and Ty Tracy.
7:03 on this Friday. Got to get down on Friday, September 19th. Welcome to the morning warm-up. I'm Trey Lyle. That's intern Luke. Ty lurking in the back, getting ready for high school football tonight because he will be, of course, part of the pregame show for JF football. But let's get to everything you missed with In Case You Missed It.
Keeping up with sports 24/7 takes some serious effort, especially when you're sleeping. Don't worry, the morning warm-up stays alert around the clock. Now here is everything you missed last night.
According to Andrea Adelson and David Hale of ESPN, the ACC is closing in on changing its scheduling format that will require all league teams to play at least 10 games against Power 4 competition through the number of interconference. Though the number of interconference games, 8 or 9, remains a sticking point according to multiple sources. Athletic directors are scheduled to meet Monday in Charlotte to discuss the details of what either will be a move to a 9-game conference slate with one additional P4 game or the 8+2 model that will provide more flexibility to schools that already have an annual non-conference rival. So, for example, basically, if it's the 9+1, Clemson's one probably will always be South Carolina. Florida State's will always be Florida, so on and so forth. It appears, I think the ACC wants to have if they go to 16, where it's just the 5 automatic qualifiers, and then the rest are auto bids. Appears the ACC is in favor of that, and the Big Ten's only sticking point is you need to get to 9 conference games for that. So it appears that that's one way. The SEC limited, they're going to release their new schedule next week. That's going to be 9 conference games, 3 permanent opponents. For example, like Auburn's going to be, I think it will be like Georgia, Alabama, and I don't even know what the third rival would be for Auburn off the top of my head. Or like Texas, or Oklahoma's probably the best example, or Texas would be a good example. Texas will be Arkansas, Texas A&M, Oklahoma. They'll be the 3 permanent rivals. That's a good example of that. So if Tennessee will probably be like Alabama, Georgia, Florida. Florida will be Georgia, Tennessee, and another one. Florida State when it finally gets to the SEC. Hey-oh. All right. But it appears a handful of ACC ADs are concerned that 9 conference games would be problematic in limiting schools' abilities to play marquee non-conference games, as Clemson did this season against LSU in week 1. Really doesn't, but because the Big Ten is able to. I mean, Texas played Ohio State, and they play 9 conference games. It's not really that hard. All right. Anyway, other news and notes from yesterday. We will get to the game you could listen to right on the VTRN Sports app. But another story, maintaining the ACC. This is a weird update, but something that if you are, I know shout out to Atlanta is a big fan of the Miami Hurricanes, but if you remember in 2006, the teammate Brian Pata was shot and killed, and the murder investigation is still going on. Or excuse me. Yes. So the murder trial has not actually gone on. Rashad Jones, only weeks from its scheduled start in Miami. ESPN reporters knocked on an apartment door in Louisville, Kentucky recently and found the witness, Paul Connor, alive. So pretty interesting update there. Obviously, the ex-Miami player Rashad Jones is accused of killing Pata the former Miami Hurricane. So this was, if you watch the U documentary, the second U documentary, his killing was a part of it. So, but an interesting update came yesterday with that. All right. Baseball news before we get to baseball scores, and then we'll get to the Thursday night football game. One of the greatest pitchers, first ballot Hall of Famer, is announcing his retirement. As Clayton Kershaw announced yesterday that this is his last season. He's 37 years old, and he's about to make it. He'll make his final regular season home start of his career. Just to show how good Kershaw is, Kershaw has 222 regular season wins and less than 100 losses. His 2.54 ERA is the second lowest amongst pitchers who have accumulated at least 1,500 innings in the live ball area. His .698 career winning percentage tops all pitchers with at least 200 victories. His .59 OPS against is the lowest amongst those who debuted over the past 70 years. He is, I think, the best pitcher of this era. He's won the Cy Young at least three times. He is 3 Cy Youngs, an MVP, 11-time All-Star. So he's a Hall of Famer. I mean, he's the first ballot Hall of Famer. He is probably the best pitcher of this generation. And Kershaw was notable for his lack of postseason success till later in his career. But Clayton Kershaw heading into the Hall of Fame. Update on Jaden Daniels. Jaden Daniels did miss practice again yesterday. We'll get a firm update today about if he's going to practice. It is starting to trend like he is not going to play. It is it appears Jaden Daniels is pushing to play, but the coaching staff may want to keep them out. I know if you're a Washington fan and you hear a quarterback trying to push back that's young and very athletic and trying to push back from a knee injury, does give you the heebie-jeebies. So probably we'll stay on the cautious side. Stay tuned to our guy, Lake Lewis, for that at Lake Lewis Jr. on Twitter, and he'll keep you updated on all of that update. A couple injury notes for some teams of probably local interest. Clemson, it appears their 3 injured stars, Khalil Barnes, Tristan Lee, and Antonio Williams, will probably play against Syracuse. They've all missed the last 2 games, which, Antonio Williams getting hurt early in that LSU game probably affected them a lot. I don't know much against Georgia Tech, but their offenses look bad. So getting their left tackle and their best wide receiver back will be good. And it appears that Lenore Sellers is going to play this weekend against Missouri for South Carolina. All right, last night you could have heard the game right here on VTRN Sports. Bills win 31-21. A game that was probably more competitive than most people thought. Josh Allen, 22-28, 213 yards and 3 touchdowns. James Cook ran for 108. Tua looks solid in it, 22-34 for 146, 2 touchdowns, but threw an interception late that cost him. Tyreek had 5 receptions for 49 yards and a really nice touchdown. Dolphins fall to 0-3, and it appears that Mike McDaniel might be the first coach fired. Not going to happen yet, but considering they don't play till Monday night, this might be the time to pull the trigger on Mike McDaniel. So we'll see how that shakes out. Baseball scores from yesterday. Keep you up to date on that. Yankees won 7-0 over the Orioles. Guardians 3, Tigers 1. Padres fall to the Mets 6-1. Rays over the Blue Jays 4-0. Athletics over the Red Sox 5-3. Mariners over the Royals 2-0. Marlins defeat the Rockies 9-7. And the Reds defeat the Cubs 1-0. Brewers over the Angels 5-2. And Dodgers over the Giants 2-1. Now, I almost forgot something. In the NCAA is not the NCAA anymore. Apparently, 6 Wofford players have been suspended by the NCAA for improper. Now, the NCAA has gone out and denied this, at least their PR team on Twitter. But 6 Wofford players were suspended by the NCAA for improper benefits totaling as little as $84. Sources told a lawyer told On 3 Sports Jeff Goodman. This is also why their coach got fired. Reminder, Wofford, a team that made the tournament last year, 6 of its players, and basically the rest of the team is protesting their coach getting fired. And I know a name that was brought up when this was first announced, the firing of the coach, Kevin Gilliam, who's an assistant at Virginia Tech, went to Wofford, played for Mike Young at Wofford, was highly connected to that job. But the NCAA is back to its old ways. So according to Jeff Goodman, who is well connected, essentially these 6 players, including 5 juniors who transferred from other schools, were informed they would be placed in upperclassmen dorms at Wofford, which included an in-suite bathroom, but instead were placed in underclassroom dorms. So the coaching staff helped them get off-campus housing because they didn't want to, like, you're a senior, you don't want to stay with a freshman. That makes sense. And so basically they used their on-campus meal plan, and that was the improper benefit. Food that was provided by the university. Totaling, again, team made a tournament last year. 6 players suspended indefinitely. Coach had to be fired for between, listen to this number, $84 and $108. This is the NCAA, in terms of doing dumb things, in the words of Al Pacino. As soon as I get out, they pull me back in. Because, oh my God, that was so stupid. Again, going back, so like, Ty, do you know why Harbaugh got first in trouble? Or Luke, do you know why? So before the Connor Stallions thing, Harbaugh first got in trouble. Well, he got in trouble because he lied to the NCAA. But that was just because Harbaugh was being a Harbaugh. But why they were investigating him?
No.
Because he bought a player a cheeseburger. Like, legitimately, that was the reason. I think it was a player going to a funeral, too. Like legitimately. And he bought him a cheeseburger.
What, so you can't buy a player anything in college?
It's deemed as an improper benefit.
My word.
Yeah, so like, well, Ty, you had to go over all these rules, right? When you played, did you? I guess not as much. You were at D2. Ty said he did not pay attention to those rules. But like, for example, your coach could not buy you food.
I mean, he did a couple times. I ain't gonna lie to you.
All right. Well, Ty, hopefully,
what he gonna say? What he gonna come to my house and give me a fine?
No, fine your coach.
I mean, I was gonna do it in the face.
I will
anyway.
say this. I don't think the NCAA is going to be going after Virginia Union anytime soon.
But yeah, they explained the rules to us. But I mean, either way,
because if they really want to go after a D2 school, then they really are just butthurt that they've lost all their power because of lawsuits.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, this is in court. They're suing. Which
I'm telling you, NCAA just.
By the way, the NCAA news, so this is the PR. This is not accurate. The NCAA did not suspend student athletes at this school and did not take any action against any athletic department personnel at this school. So they're denying it. So could Jeff Goodman be wrong? It's possible. And the coach was fired for a different reason. So interesting. All right. Ty, Luke, you're young. I'll get your opinion about this. So, apparently, the Big 12 is working on getting Arkansas, Arizona State, and Kansas State to play the first ever college football game in London next season. For it, against it?
I mean, the NFL has found like extreme
obviously
success.
They play in Ireland every year, and there's a Big 12 game in Ireland this year. And
who was Iowa State at the beginning?
And Kansas State. And a Big 12 team will be in Ireland next year, along with, I guess, Bill Belichick. We'll see.
Globalization
and UNC
of sports. I mean, the NFL does so well no matter where they go, so why not just go to college?
Yeah, but here is my thing, and honestly, Shannon Terry of On3, who founded On3, brought this point up. NASCAR, so like, and I think Ryan McGee has brought this up before. Like, I think college football is sort of in the boom of the NASCAR of the late 90s, early 2000s, where NASCAR was like, oh my God, we're getting so much money. We're becoming more nationalized where, and they go to these, they started spreading out more. They started increasing their seating. They basically was trying to get as much money as possible, which your business, you should. And I'm not here to disagree with that. Please, speaking of great business, our blue light special, alert, got extended 24 hours. So you can even get it today. That includes if you want tickets, best place to get, if you still want tickets for the JMU game, the best place is insaneradiodeals.com. So listen to this. I'm going to break the math. I'm going to do some math for you before I get back to my point. So JMU Liberty tickets are $120 per ticket. All right. We're selling season tickets. It's the only place at Insane Radio Deals you can get JMU tickets. So the season tickets include the JMU game this Friday, or this tomorrow. Today is Friday. It's $179 on the site, but they're 65% off right now, so you can get them for $63. So think about that: $63 per
tickets.
per ticket, and that's like, and you think about it like this: you spend that $63, you get to go to the JMU game, and then like you'll get those tickets, the tickets for the rest of the season. It's not like you have to go to those games because you've already basically you've already exceeded the value of that. You should go to those games, and we will send you those tickets, and I'm the one that has to do that. So please, head to insaneradiodeals.com right now. There are also deals on all Liberty tickets, as well as Star City Half Marathon entries. So great deal going on right now. insaneradiodeals.com, the blue light special. So I'm telling you, think about it like this. I know the number on the website says $179.99, but you click, you add it to your cart, then you go at checkout, and you put then it's $63 for season tickets to Liberty football. I mean, we're basically giving you for free. Think about that. $63, that's what? Like 2 dinners?
I mean, how many games are there left? Like,
Well, they've had one home game.
So what? 6 home games left?
Yeah, 6.
6 homes. So that's $10 a game. That's insane, including the JMU game.
That's good math. Math ain't math. We're look at us. Look at us. Look at us. Shout out the. But anyway, my original point. My fear with college football is that, my fear with college football is and it's the difference between NASCAR and this is, I think football is so good that football is never going to die. And so that's good. That's good. Positive. But it is, I'm afraid that college football is getting a little NASCAR-ish in the early 2000s with how they're expanding. All right. So something we haven't updated in a while is our drafts. Ty and I did drafts with college football teams and NFL teams earlier this year. I'm going to update the scoring on that, let you know who's winning. Plus, will Ty or I decide to change one of those teams out after early reactions to this season? That's our Friday hypothetical. Plus, today in sports history. All next on the morning warm-up.
The Drive into Fall sales event is on at Magic City Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Bedford. Looking for financing as low as 0%? It's yours when you drive home in a 2025 Jeep Grand Cherokee with 3-row seating, or choose a brand new 2025 Ram 1500 and get 0% financing for 72 months. Huge savings are here at the Drive into Fall sales event at Magic City Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Bedford, 1750 Independence Boulevard, MagicCityBedford.com. The credit dealer for details. Ends 9/30/25.
Love the outdoors, but not the bugs or dealing with the weather? Call Collins Custom Builders today to plan your sunroom or screen porch. Vaulted ceilings and windows all around, we can help you design your dream space to enjoy the outdoors while staying comfortable. Our customers have relied on us for 35 years to provide the best in service and materials. See some of our projects online at collinscustombuilders.com. Plan early and call today for your free estimate.
We left the light on. No, we don't represent some skeezy enter from the outside chain motel. We represent InsaneRadioDeals.com, where our blue light special continues through Friday, September 19th. That's right, through Friday, September 19th. Get those same specials on the Star City Half Marathon or 10K entries and Liberty Flames tickets. 65% off the already low list price. Only at InsaneRadioDeals.com, now through the end of the day, Friday, September 18th. When you enter the promo code BLUELIGHT at checkout. This Friday, September 19th, Seminole District play begins for Jefferson Forest Cavaliers football, presented by TroStall.com. The JF Cavaliers visit the Liberty Minutemen in another Bedford County battle. Your Central VA Flooring kickoff show begins at 6:30 on the Virginia's Talk Station app, 100.9 FM Lynchburg, 95.5 FM Bedford, and Open Virginia Talk Radio Network on your smart speaker. JF football is also presented by Cavalier Theater's presentation of Bye Bye Birdie, Crossroads Family Dentistry, Forest Youth Athletic Association, Meineke Car Care, and the Andy Matthews Insurance Agency.
Good morning. We are just getting your day started here on VTRN Sports with the morning warm-up. Stay connected with the show at Trey Lyle VT and Ty Tracy 90 on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Listen wherever you are with the VTRN Sports app, or watch the show live on YouTube at youtube.com/VTRN Sports Lynchburg. Now, back to the morning warm-up.
7:24 on this Friday, September 19th. Reminder, we'll have our pick segment in a little bit with Sam Jesse. By the way, if you're a Virginia Tech fan, I do plug the Tech Sideline podcast, which I mentioned. I think you need to get it. Too Deep is good. Him and Pete do a really good job with Too Deep. Make sure you check that out as well. They've offered some good perspective. I think if you want, the best way to put it, and I think Sam would agree with this, is if you want the fan kind of feeling on it, the situation around Virginia Tech, check Too Deep out. And you want the journalistic side, the plugged in side, check out the TSL podcast. And also check out if you miss anything, either on the Fast Lane, check out the Fast Lane with Ed Lane podcast, or the morning warm up with Trey Lyle, wherever you podcast. All right, Ty, it's time. It is Friday. We haven't done this in a while. Let's do a mini Friday hypothetical.
It's Friday, gotta get down on Friday. Everybody's looking forward to the weekend.
Happy Friday, everyone. The mind is a powerful thing at the end of a long week.
Come on, think.
Let's dream up some absurd or awesome scenarios. It's time for Friday Hypothetical.
All right, Ty. Come on over here. All right, so updating. So if you don't know, Ty and I did a college football teams draft and an NFL teams draft right before the season started, and we have a basic scoring system. College football side, 1 point for a win, 1 extra point for a top 25, 1 extra point for a top 10, 1 extra point for a top 5. But for example, that means if, like, for example, when Ohio State beat Texas, it was actually a 4-point win because it was a top 25, top 10, and a top 5 win. Just that's the example. Okay. 5 to win your conference, 5 to advance the playoffs, 10 for a natty appearance, 15 to win the natty. Okay. NFL side, it's just one. We kept it simple because, again, math is not my strong suit. 1 point for a win, 5 to win the division, 5 to advance the playoffs, 10 for a Super Bowl appearance, and then 15 to win the Super Bowl. But here's how it goes. So week 0, I earned a point on the college football side because I had UNLV. Shout out to Dan Mullen. And then week 1, I basically pulled away from week 1. I kind of dominated because we had a lot of cross matchups.
Mm-hmm.
And I had Miami, Notre Dame. So I had all 3 of the top 10 wins that first week, and 2 of those were top 5. So that earned me a lot of points. So week 1, I beat you 17-8.
Mm-hmm.
Then week 2, I beat you 10-7. Then week 3, I beat you 9-8. So I'm up 37-23 on the college football side.
Okay.
Good news is on the NFL side, you're doing a little bit better. We tied week 1 with 6 apiece, and then last week, you beat me 7-6 mainly because of I guess that Pats pick snuck in and got you an extra point. And for me, I think what hurt me is the Texans blowing that game against the Bucs. But we'll mention. All right, so we're only 4 weeks in, or 5. We're in week 4 on the college football side.
Yeah.
I'm gonna list your teams, and if you want to swap, you have the ability to swap. I'm gonna give you first pick. You can swap one out and put it back in, but that doesn't mean you can't. You're not gonna get their points for the season. Like, for example, like I'm trying to think of a team you don't have, like USF, I guess is the best example. Like USF had a top 15 win, so that would be 2 points.
Yeah.
So, for example, which I didn't want to say that team because maybe that was the team I was thinking about replacing. But anyway, your teams are Texas, Clemson, Penn State, Arizona State, Tennessee, Michigan, SMU, Louisville, Tulane, and Georgia Tech. Which, by the way, stealing Georgia Tech from me really did break. That was a good pick. And by the way, I have Ohio State, Alabama, Georgia, Notre Dame, Oregon, LSU, Utah, Miami, UNLV, and Illinois. So do you want to change one of those teams?
Yeah. SMU for Georgia.
I have Georgia.
Oh, you already have Georgia? Okay. Then actually,
that
I was remember like, did you get Georgia? Because I was like, I thought I left Georgia out. I don't remember you picking Georgia for some reason. It's been a long time.
I literally went Ohio State, Alabama, Georgia, Notre Dame.
Oh, I ain't hear the Georgia. That's why. Really?
I mean, if you could, that was would be a big upgrade.
Yeah, I know. Really, I want to say SMU for Oklahoma.
Oklahoma. All right, cool. Okay, I'll give you that. All right, so that's all right. I was gonna say, don't you have the thing in front of you too? I shared the list with you.
Yeah, I know. But I had it on my phone. I had to look for it.
All right, I'm getting rid of UNLV. I really want to pick USF. But honestly,
wait, ain't Tulane and USF in the same conference, right? In the American Conference?
Yes.
Oh, so
yeah,
it'd be a possible chance they might see each other in the championship.
I think they
unless they ran each other in the regular season,
they might actually play each other in
probably November, October.
Let's see here. I don't think they play each other in the regular season. They don't. They do. USF does play Memphis, which actually would be a really good game. There's 3 elite teams in the American. USF, Tulane, and Memphis. So the Memphis Tigers, man, sneaky good team. So keep that in mind. So I feel like I need to have a group of 5 representative, and you're just basically guessing who's the group of 5 team. Your pick is Tulane. My gut tells me that's still going to be the team that's going to actually come out of the group of 5.
Yeah.
But USF, like, I do think there's a real chance in the American if let's say Tulane goes undefeated in 12, and which that means they beat Ole Miss this weekend, and they go 12, because they would have 2 Power 4 wins. They'd beat Duke and they'd beat Ole Miss. So, but man, I really want. Thinking about it, I want a team that's going to rack up some wins. I'm gonna go South Florida because I think they can make the playoff. And so I'll do that. But I really should pick an SEC team. I want. You know what?
You got Texas A&M, Auburn.
I don't trust them. I don't trust them. The team I'm thinking about is Ole Miss. Ole Miss or Tennessee. Wait.
I already got Tennessee.
You already got Tennessee. So,
I mean, Ole Miss is not a bad pick.
This is harder than
it's just like, well, sometimes you know how Lane Kiffin gets to it at the end of the season, like towards like middle of the season as well.
You know what? I'm gonna take Iowa State because I just need this is harder than it looks. No, I'll take USF. That was my gut when I started, and I'm going to keep it. So I'll take USF. and
I
hope-
mean, you want to take
well,
Illinois.
it's bigger of I want to make sure I get a group of 5 playoff team because that's 5 free points.
Yeah,
That's kind of the idea.
I mean that makes sense.
So, all right. Nah, screw it. I'm going to take Iowa State.
Okay.
All right, our NFL team. So, mention you have the lead. I have Eagles, Bills, Ravens, Lions, Rams, Commanders, Texans, Vikings, Bears, and Chargers. And you have Chiefs, Broncos, Bucks, Packers, 49ers, Bengals, Cowboys, Seahawks, Steelers, Pats. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you only have 12 teams to choose from. You can guess what team I'm getting rid of, but Ty, I'll also let you go first again on this one.
No, I'll let you go first. I went first last time.
Okay. Well, I'm getting rid of the Vikings because I am not rooting for Carson Wentz. I just can't do it. Can't. He broke, I thought
you was gonna pick the Bears. I was hoping.
No, I'm not gonna pick the Bears. I mean, I should. I think I figured out my issues, Ty.
What is it?
Any guy who can throw really good sidearm or like insane arm talent, but then just makes really dumb plays is probably like my Achilles heel when it comes to quarterbacks. You look at Carson Wentz. Granted, I think I was right to say that Carson Wentz was better than Dak Prescott at the start of his career, and I literally held on to Carson Wentz being the Eagles quarterback till literally the very end. I also think, and I was one of the guys who did not perceive Jalen Hurts. I think he's actually underrated now, but because I also was a Tua guy, so anyone would so maybe don't trust me when it comes to quarterbacks, which actually, you know what? Don't trust the rest of the NFL because they're never good. All right. So the team I'm going to replace him with is a team that oh, you did pick them. Dang it. I was going to pick the Bucs because that's the team I was thinking about. But
Push you got there. I got the Bucks in the
so I can't.
Bucks, Green Bay,
I
San
can't believe
Francisco.
I
They
no.
both, I think both of them 2-0.
Yes. So I really wanted to take. I'm thinking the Colts, but do I really want to root for Daniel Jones?
Like it's the beginning of the season.
So, do I really want to root for Daniel Jones? That's a negative, Ghost Rider. So, the teams we didn't use: Cleveland, no; Tennessee, Indianapolis, the Jets, the Raiders, the Panther. You know what? Did either of us take them?
What?
That's okay. I got it. I'm going to take the Falcons because neither of us took the Falcons. So I actually think the Falcons look good. They looked improved defensively. I like watching Michael Penix play football. So I'll take the Falcons. Again, do you need me to read your teams again, or you see it?
Yeah, I got it right here.
All right. And just for people not listening, he has the Chiefs, Broncos, Bucks, Packers, 49ers, Bengals, Cowboys, Seahawks, Steelers, Pats. Now, if you want to take the Vikings, you can. I should preface that. I could have taken you. You replaced what? Who'd you replace Oklahoma with?
SMU.
Yeah, I didn't want to take SMU, so. But I could have theoretically, if you wanted to get rid of Tulane, I could have taken Tulane.
Yeah.
So you can take the Vikings if you want.
Actually, I'll probably just keep this team.
Okay, you're gonna keep it.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. All right. I can get some points this weekend with Illinois. I need them. We'll pick that game in a moment. But before we get to our picks, we got quickly a Today in Sports History.
Tyrod waiting. Tyrod scrambling. Back at the 20. Fires. End zone. It is caught for the touchdown by Roberts. It's a miracle in Blacksburg. Tyrod did it, Mikey. Tyrod did it.
It's time for Today in Sports History.
Play action. Salter to throw back to the left, and it's caught in the end zone. Light him up. Touchdown, Liberty. Bentley Henshaw.
From ruin to redemption, the Virginia Cavaliers are the 2019 NCAA National Champions.
Let's hear what Ty really knows about what happened on this day in sports history.
All right, because of time, we only got one question for you, all right? And it happened on this date last year. Shohei Ohtani became the first player in Major League history to do this.
A 50-50 club.
Exactly. 50 home runs and 50 stolen bases. There you have
Got
it.
a new club this year. The what was it? 40 or 50 strikeouts, 50 homers or something.
He's Shohei Ohtani. He's just insane. He's going to be a relief pitcher during the playoffs, it appears, for the Dodgers. So I hope we get our World Baseball Classic moment where, because I think the Dodgers, spoiler alert, when we get our MLB picks, I really want to pick the Phillies, but I'm still probably going to pick the Dodgers. Either in Game 7 the NLCS against the Phillies or in the Game 7 of the World Series. I do want to see Shohei Ohtani close out the game after he hits a home run to give them the lead. That'd be just insane. All right, we got to get to our pick segment. So Sam Jesse joins us. Too Deep Pod. Plus, he has a national college football podcast called College Football Monday. It's actually a really nice, quick refresher Monday mornings that gets you recapped if you missed anything on the weekend. So you listen to the morning warm up. We do our best to keep you updated, but he has limited our time sometimes. So if you just listen to both of those, it'll get you caught up from the college football weekend. So Sam Jesse joins us for our weekly pick segment next on the morning warm up.
It's so worth the drive to big savings at the Used Car Superstore on the Sheeler Motor Mile. Shop local and save more with exceptional service and selection. Your search stops here with over 900 pre-owned vehicles to choose from, plus a huge selection of new car brands in Southwest Virginia. Honda, Hyundai, Toyota, Subaru, Kia, Chevrolet, Mitsubishi, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. 11 new car brands, 900 used vehicles, all in one location. The Sheeler Motor Mile gives you more choices with pre-owned cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs. Many have miles in the teens, remaining factory warranties, and some are even local one-owner vehicles. More than any other dealer in the area, plus exceptional service, selection, savings, and financing options, and top dollar for your trade. Volume selling means volume pricing, and we've got the volume with 11 new car brands and over 900 used vehicles, all in one location. And we're proud to support our local schools and community. The Used Car Superstore on the Sheeler Motor Mile, your premier car dealer, locally and family-owned for over 50 years. I-81 exit 118C in Christiansburg. Call 866-SHEELER1. Always open at Sheeler.com.
In most things, it's hard to go from ordinary to extraordinary. It's easy with your home or business. Call the Concrete Wizard and transform your place into an extraordinary space. If you're tired of looking at unsightly concrete, then bring light to your old surfaces. Call the Concrete Wizard for free design consultations, free estimates, and fast professional concrete resurfacing. And visit theconcretewizard.com for ideas from other before and after photos.
Warm weather means traveling. Hi, I'm Randy Trost from Trost Law with a couple of safety reminders. Always wear your seatbelt. Don't drive distracted or impaired. And remember, it's better to safely arrive a little later than being in an auto accident. Those things can make a big difference between a fun family trip or a painful alternative. At Trost Law, I hope you never need our services, but if you do, we're here to help you at 777-HURT or trostlaw.com.
Your home is more than just walls and windows. It's where life happens. And at Right Choice Construction, we get that. We're not just builders. We're fathers, mothers, neighbors, just like you. And every nail and every beam reflects our commitment to creating a place you're proud to live in. With Right Choice Construction, you're choosing a team that's been perfecting the art of building for years. So build with us, build with experience, build with quality. Build with Right Choice.
Good morning. We are just getting your day started here on VTRN Sports with the morning warm-up. Stay connected with the show at Trey Lyle VT and Ty Tracy 90 on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Listen wherever you are with the VTRN Sports app or watch the show live on YouTube at youtube.com/VTRN Sports Lynchburg. Now, back to the morning warm-up.
7:42 on this Friday, September 19th. Welcome to the morning warm-up. I'm Trey Lyle. Ty Tracy, intern Luke, and our guest. Well, he's I think friend of the show. I think we can characterize him at that at this point. Basically part of the show at this point. Sam Jesse at Sam of Saturday, co-host of the Too Deep Pod, as well as College Football Monday. I think provides really good fan insight on the vibe around Virginia Tech. And I only mention that because, this week was pretty big in the Virginia Tech space. Rare, really first time ever had it, in Sam and myself's lifetime being Hokie fans, they've had to deal with something like this. So Sam, I do want to shout out to you and Pete. Y'all did a great job this week, and thanks for the shout out of me on the podcast. I appreciate that.
Of course. And hey, Trey, anything to not talk about what happened on the football field for the Hokies.
Yeah, we're turning the page. We're moving on. We
It's
don't
a new day.
It is indeed. But let's get into this. So really fun local slate in terms of Commonwealth teams on the college football side. Starting with Virginia. They are taking on Stanford. Stanford coming off a win over Boston College. Which if you were like me, who's the sicko that stayed up late for that game, realized that Stanford had a lot of luck to go on their side. So I will pick first here. I think Virginia covers the 15.5 against the Cardinals. And I don't know if it's me buying into Virginia as much as it's me not buying into Stanford. I just really, frankly, don't think they're that good. Yeah, so I have the Cavs covering at least the 15.5 here. Sam, what do you got?
I mean, I don't disagree with either of those things. I think UVA is a little better than we thought. I think Stanford is somehow worse than we thought, but they did have to create some of that luck against Boston College, and 15.5 is a lot of points. Sometimes you just need one win under your belt to get some confidence. I think UVA wins this game and probably wins it comfortably, but 15.5 is just a lot of points right now. So I'm going to go with the Cardinal to maybe backdoor cover this one, maybe keep it a little close, but I think UVA wins with relative ease.
Ty, what you got?
I'm gonna go with UVA. I just feel like Stanford's not gonna cover.
Yeah. By the way, speaking of back doors, Northwestern decided to kick the back door down last week when I picked Oregon to cover.
Yeah, that was tough. That was tough.
That hurt. That hurt us. But speaking of that, 4 and 5 week for Sam, 5 and 4 week for Ty, 5-4 week for me. And hey, Luke, you're improving, man. 5 and 4 week for you. Brings our totals 13 and 5 for Sam. Ty leading the way at 15 and 13, and then shout out to Luke and I, 12 and 6, picking up the rear. Woo! Just so what does that mean? Fade me. That's best advice I can give you with all these picks. Next game of the weekend, at least in the Commonwealth, the Battle of the Blue Ridge. Probably, honestly, one of the underrated good well, I would have said before Liberty lost their last two, an underrated really good game of the weekend, but Liberty coming off of 2 straight losses where they've just not looked in sync at all. They're 7.5-point underdogs at home against James Madison. Reminder, InsaneRadioDeals.com, Blue Light Special. Get the season tickets for Liberty that include tickets to this game against JMU. So it's a great deal for you. We did the math on how the 65% off can help you out so well with those season tickets. So check that out, InsaneRadioDeals.com. All you got to do is hit promo code Blue Light at checkout. But 7.5-point underdog are the Flames hosting James Madison. Sam, what's your pick in this one?
Yeah, it's going to be tough for me to pick Liberty after the last 2 weeks. And I think they're a team that, they have a lot to figure out, and they were banking on their defense being a little bit better, and it just hasn't been. And this is not the offense you want to go up against if you're having trouble stopping the run. So give me the Dukes in this one pretty handily. I think Liberty will find their footing at some point this season, but this is a tough matchup. This is the best team they've played all year by far.
Yeah, I think the next 2 weeks are probably the best 2 teams they will play all season. I know it's hard to rate really ODU, given they played a team that quit last week, but I still think the best 2 teams maybe they play, unless they get to Conference USA Champ game and play Western Kentucky. I think maybe the best 2 teams they played all year in these next 2 weeks. So I agree. I have James Madison. I've moved Liberty. I think they are the worst team at covering the spread in the last 15 games. They're like 2 and 13. So which is kind of like, again, if you're, I think everything going on Blacksburg is helping kind of the disappointing start of Liberty. No one's really talking about it. So I agree with you. I have JMU. I'm at a wait and see approach with Liberty. So give me James Madison. Ty?
Like I said about last week, you can quit all you want to. You still got your butt kicked. Anyway, I'm sorry about that, Trey.
It's okay. You can talk about it when we get to him
but
next.
But anyway, I'm going JMU. I don't trust Liberty at all. We all seen for the last 2 weeks. Their run defense is terrible. I feel like JMU backup quarterback Matt Sluka is probably gonna play a lot more because they're gonna run the ball down.
It's not really the backup. It's kind of Spurrier quarterback system.
I mean, whoever they go with. So either or, I'm going JMU.
Liberty student, you going with Liberty?
No, I've watched them play, and they just you never picked Liberty to cover anything. Also, I think Jamie Chad was a fraud.
Ooh. That's maybe the only Liberty fan that wants him to go to Blacksburg. All right.
They probably be looking for him now.
I don't know about that. All right. Somehow, so there was no spread on this last week. I honestly think it's because they think that Wofford might pull off the upset. It's weird to say, but there is actually a spread for Virginia Tech Wofford. And luckily for Wofford, none of these kids had the wrong housing and got suspended by the NCAA, I don't think. But Tech is a 35.5 point favorite against Wofford. Sam, it's a lot of points.
It's
it's like one of the worst teams in the FCS, though.
It is. I mean, they have some good defensive players, that's for sure. But offensively, this might be the worst offensive team Virginia Tech has played in our lifetimes. Like it statistically might be.
You're not those Kurt UVA teams, but okay. Yes.
I mean, this team hasn't really scored that many offensive touchdowns at all against FCS competition. So I think this game might be a case where Tech can just kind of run the ball up the middle and do what they can, and then they will probably hold Wofford to under 100 yards of offense. So I'll take the Hokies on the spread because of that. Do I feel good about it? No, not at all.
Ty.
Look, I'm throwing no pick against Virginia Tech. I want to be a demon, but right now I'm gonna be really nice. So
you're gonna pick the Hokies?
Yeah, I don't care about the spread. I just know it's gonna be an easy win for Virginia Tech. But
yeah, I should have given you all the free space again, but I didn't. You know who I picked?
Who?
I'm a sicko. I picked Wofford.
I was thinking about doing
trust this team. I don't trust this team. If this team, I know they got a new coach,
like I said,
interim coach. But you quit already, and
it don't mean you quit. You just got beat.
No, they quit. They quit last week.
But they still lost, right?
They still
lost.
But Ty,
you can quit all you want. You still got your beat.
That's because okay. So because they quit is the reason they got their butts kicked. Is what I was saying.
Either way, quit or not. Okay.
Well, I'm just saying.
I know
this team is on quit watch the rest of the season. So I'm not picking them.
I think there is, if you're looking at this from like a spread perspective, if Wofford gets, Wofford has 2 special teams touchdowns this year. If Wofford gets some weird thing to happen for them early, does Tech quit? That's a serious question you have.
I see this as like a 28-0 game, like honestly, and that's or it could be 35-0 and I still win. So let's go. I don't see Tech getting 6 touchdowns. That's kind of how I see it. I just don't see him get 6 touchdowns. All I need is 5. All right. That's the first game of our quadruple header starting at 10 a.m. right here on VTRN Sports. The Jackson Arnold revenge game. Auburn, 6.5 point underdogs on the road in Ty's new pick, Oklahoma. That's the second game. It's going to be after the Virginia Tech game. I have Oklahoma in this one. Better quarterback. One of my favorite quarterbacks in the country in John Mateer. And Brent Venables knows how to shut down. I think Oklahoma's defense is just elite, and Oklahoma's offense will do enough. I think Oklahoma covers the 6.5. I don't know about easily, but I think they win by a touchdown at least. So, Sam, what do you got?
I think you hit all the points there. And I would also point out the home crowd in Oklahoma can be really tough for opposing teams. And this is the best defense Auburn's faced all year by a mile. I think that will play into it as well. Oklahoma, you got in that test against Michigan. Auburn, Baylor's defense, not a lot there. So I think Oklahoma wins this one. I think you're about right, by like a touchdown to 10 points.
Y'all just hit everything, every point. So I'm going with Oklahoma. I think it's probably gonna be like a 3-point game.
So Auburn covers the spread.
Yeah, I was about to finish. I was
Okay.
about to finish too, but either way.
Well,
You
you were like, you said, I
know,
think
but-
you were picking Oklahoma.
But I was
and then you said it
thinking
was a 3-point
about
game.
adding something else to you. I was like, you know what? There you go, Trey. You already finished for me. So
Okay.
I'm going.
All right. Oh, by the way, quick going back to Liberty versus JMU. Do you also believe, like me, that John Rakovich, I think is how you pronounce it, may take a helicopter from Blacksburg after probably by halftime because he does not want to watch Virginia Tech Wofford that much, and just fly it on down to Lynchburg and be like, who wants to be the next head coach of Virginia Tech?
I think so. And I think Bob Chesney is a guy who was like high on the list, and now he's starting to fall down the list as the clickbait articles are coming out. Bob Chesney needs to be high on everyone's list.
How about that? It's weird to say Bob Chesney is past Jamie Chadwell at this point, but I don't necessarily disagree with it. All right, our third game of our quadruple header on Saturday. I think sneaky the best game of the weekend. I get why game day went to Miami, not against it, because just how good Miami's been to start the season. But sneaky good game. Illinois 6.5-point favorites or underdogs, on the road against Kurt Signetti and the Indiana Hoosiers. Sneaky big game. Playoff implications is like that third or fourth team from the Big Ten to make the playoffs. I really like Illinois. There's a reason why I drafted them in our draft. I think they're going to make the playoff this year. So in order to do that, they need to win this game. So I have Illinois. I would also put some money on the money line here. I think Altmaier being the season quarterback, Illinois' defense is really good. They could have the coaching edge a little bit with Bielema. So I have Illinois at least covering the 6.5 on the road. Sam?
Yeah, I think 6.5 is way too many points for the Illini. And, Indiana, they've had this really good run with Signetti. They haven't really done it against good teams. They've really struggled in those games. So for me, looking at what I've seen in the past from Indiana in some of these big games, I'm going to go with Illinois to at least keep it close.
I got Illinois winning, but I think they're going to cover at the same time.
Okay. You have Illinois winning?
Yeah.
So that means, they're the underdogs. So they win. They definitely cover.
Oh, my bad. Yeah.
You're good. I think we're agreeing on everything. I think a team that no one's talking about as being has a really good start of the season is USC, and this is our nightcap as they'll host Michigan State. Dylan Lonigan for Boston College lit up this Michigan State defense, and I think USC has a better quarterback and better wide receivers and a better coach, offensive coach. No, better coach. He's better than Bill O'Brien.
Yeah.
So I think USC covers the 17.5 tie.
Yeah, I don't know why everybody not talking about USC like that. They've been playing really good these last several weeks. So I'm definitely going with the Trojans.
Sam?
Yeah, I'm going to fight on with the Trojans, but I will say I do like this Michigan State team. I have their win total over for the year. They are a much better team than they were last year. This is a tough spot, though, traveling all the way out to LA.
Yeah. In the 10:30, I mean, we saw it with Boston College last week. I think part of the reason why Boston College looks so sloppy is they basically were playing a game at, 10:30 at night and ending at 1:00 in the morning their time, which is, it's just very difficult for a team that's not used to that. So that's our college football slate triple header on Sunday. But first, let's get to the Commanders game. We still do not know the status of Jaden Daniels, but they will host the Las Vegas Raiders. Raiders 3.5-point underdogs on the road in Maryland. Sam, who you got?
Yeah, I don't know if you watched Monday Night Football, but the Raiders do not look good offensively. And I don't see that offense traveling very well and doing decent on the road against the Commanders, who I think know their defense needs to have a good game in this one, right, with the issues with Jaden Daniels' injury. So give me the Commanders here.
Ty?
I feel like Jane Davis might not play, so I'm going to Raiders.
Yeah, so I agree with you, Ty. I'm taking the Raiders, but also another reason why is I know the Packers have looked like the best team in football so far this season, but if you had to pinpoint the two weakest things the Commanders had in that game, it was right tackle and it was defending a tight end. And the Raiders, like, if you want to say the two things that they're best at is Max Crosby against a right tackle, and they have the best tight end in the NFL. So I think this is going to be a big Bowers game. I think Max Crosby is going to make some game-wrecking plays, especially if it's Mariota. Even if it's Jaden Daniels, you're going to have not a full 100% Jaden Daniels, just because of the matchup. And then Geno is also a quarterback that he can have a bad game and then bounce back and have a really good game. So he's still going to sling the pill. So I think the Raiders will cover the 3.5. I will not be shocked if we come back on Monday and the Raiders pulled off the upset. They're so much better than they were last year. They have such a big upgraded coaching that I wouldn't be shocked if they pull off the upset. Don't think they will, but I wouldn't be shocked.
Genty also seems due to break a big one if you watch him. Yeah.
Yeah, and Josh Jacobs did have some success in between running the football, which, by the way, so if you have an eliminator pool, just do not pick the Commanders. That's my best advice for you. Fun game that we have to kick off our triple header. Eagles 3.5-point favorites against the Rams. 12:30 airtime on VTRN Sports. I'm taking Los Angeles in this one. Again, I'm just high on the Rams. I think these are two of the three best teams in the NFC, and 3.5 points is too much in an NFL game for two teams that I think are very, very good. And also, I think the Rams are kind of due. They've won. They're 9-2 in their last 11, and the only two losses are to Philadelphia. So I think they're kind of due. But I am afraid that might have a big game because that's what he does against the Rams. Sam?
Yeah, I'm going with the Rams as well, just because I think the Eagles have offensively been kind of playing with their food a bit and not wanting to open things up. And against this Rams defense, that could be pretty scary. And like, they're one or two plays away from being 0-2, just like they are 2-0. And I think Stafford and this Rams team is not the team that you want to mess around with. So give me the Rams.
It was kind of tough for me. I'm leaning towards the Rams because this is a must-need win for them. I just feel like the Eagles probably just get this one loss, but I just feel like the Eagles, like Sam said, they've been playing with the food. I'd like to see them be better on the pass game as well. Get AJ and Devontae Smith evolve more in the offense, but I'm going to go towards the Rams.
Our second game, Bears Cowboys, the Matt Eberflus revenge game or the Caleb Williams revenge game, how you see it. It's a 1-point spread either way. I found Bears +1, so that's the one I picked. For us, I'm taking the Bears. The Cowboys defense sucks. I do mean sucks. Both defense kind of suck. So take the over. But I just basically I need my guy Caleb Williams to come through. So give me the Bears. Ty?
Cowboys.
Sam?
I think Caleb Williams is due for a big game. So give me the Bears.
Yes. Let's go.
I ain't going to say nothing.
Ty?
I would just wait till November. I'll wait till November.
It's okay. Hey, my quarterback stays healthy. No. All right. Chiefs are the nightcap. Speaking Ty will be busy that day because he'll be waiting all day for Sunday night because he'll be hosting Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs as the Giants take on Kansas City. Ty, do you think you've been replaced by Cam Scatterbo?
Nah, he might. I think Cam Scatterbo might get the
Tyrone Tracy Jr. might be replaced by Cam Scatterbo. So now you're back. You know, that's who we need to get on the show is that Ty Tracy. So we have two Ty Tracys. Anyway, Chiefs 6.5-point favorites on the road. And I'm just going to say my pick, and then I'm just going to be silent. And all I know is I feel gross by doing this. I'm picking the Giants.
I'm going with the Chiefs.
The NFL is not letting the Chiefs start 0-3.
Hey, they can win. I just need a cover.
I think you're going to see some questionable actions from the Zebras, and I think you're going to see some. You're going to see some moments that make you question it. I think the Chiefs are going to win this one by like 14, 15, something like that. This team isn't starting 0-3, even though they look not good.
Yeah, but they didn't look great last year, and they went 15-1 with
exactly. Exactly.
Anyway, that was our pick segment on the morning warm up on VTRN Sports 93.3 FM W227 BG Timberlake 1320 AM WVGM Lynchburg WMNA Gretna Southside. Sam, appreciate the time this morning. Follow him at Sam of Saturday on Twitter. He's got more of his best bets as he does the drive for 25 units. Appreciate the time this morning, and we'll see how we do this weekend, and we'll talk to you next Friday.
Thanks, man. Always a blast.
That will do it for this episode of the Morning Warm Up. Enjoying the weekend. Reminder, Blue Light Special extended for 24 hours. Get your Liberty tickets. Get entries to the Star City Half Marathon. Now to Unsportsmanlike, already in progress.
And so we go to the back of the shipping yard like you would do in like The Godfather.